project is like a 97 yard machines, 18 horse twins Briggs, and I already have it torn apart because I've already gone through it a little bit just to look at it. And there's the seat, needs a little cushion, I think. It's not in great shape, but I'll just leave it right there out of the way. I've already flushed the fuel tank, put new fuel line on, new fuel filter, and I still have problems with this carburetor, so I think it needs a new fuel pump, but I think I've solved that issue. Fresh from China, made of fresh squeezed Chinesium, new fuel filter, and a brand new little carburetor. These ones are a little slightly different than the original. They don't have the adjustment screw down here, but I don't know. We'll see if this works. It's got a fresh fuel pump on it and all that stuff, and I've heard these work really well, so we're gonna give it a try. Let's put it on. Also came with a fresh pack of gaskets, which is kind of nice. I guess it's to be expected, but you never know. Oh, I also put a new battery in it as well. It's been sitting here for a little while because it's been really cold. It's hard to press when you're not sitting on the seat. Let's see if it'll start. Throttle up. Key. Only runs at full choke, so that's telling me it's not getting enough fuel, and that's why I bought a new carburetor for it, because I already tore this one apart and put it back together and it's still clogged with something, and I'm tired of messing with it. I also picked up new belts for it. I've heard that these Very Drive systems, that's this guy right here, are a little not great, but I have no experience with it, so I'm gonna just go with it and see what it'll do. Full choke so that I don't drop right down in the carburetor. It surprises me how quiet this thing is. These have a really good muffler on them, but I'm gonna change that. I don't want it to be super loud, but I want it to sound cool. I lost one of the clamps for the fuel lines. It's probably laying somewhere in my driveway that I just can't see it. Just in case anybody's curious, a lot of people have done this before, but here's the choke on these, and the throttle cable's right there. Goes back up there. All that stuff works great. This choke cable was really stuck, and I ended up putting a bunch of WD-40 down through there, and after like 2 days I was able to get it to free up, and it's still kind of stiff, but I'm able to actually work it now instead of just having no functioning choke cable. And here's the idle screw. The idle screw. Sometimes I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the idle screw, because I got the throttle cranked right now. So you pull that down, and this will sit right on that screw. Okay, yeah, you can see this gasket's not in very good shape. I mean, I took this carburetor apart and cleaned it as best I could without having a parts cleaner, and I don't know, it was not terrible. It had some varnish in there, but I was able to get it fairly clean. So which is the airline from the crankcase that operates the fuel pump. Pressure goes in and out of here, and it makes a little diaphragm go back and forth and pumps fuel up from the tank into the carburetor. It's pretty cool how these work, but they do have to be sealed for that to function correctly. I got this whole mower for $50, and it's missing a few fasteners here and there, so I will have to get creative when I put things back together. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I'm getting back on this today because the weather's in the high 50s, low 60s. So my mess has been on the floor out here in the garage for a couple of weeks. Now when you take this apart, or remove this carburetor off of here, you definitely want to remember which way this little wire connector goes. Because that is kind of an important piece. So just swing it out like that and leave it alone there. So we got a new carb here. And we got, yep, we have this gasket. And I'm 100% sure I'm doing something wrong here. But I don't know, I've taken a few things apart, put them back together, and not had a problem. And I'm sure putting this type of stuff on YouTube is a great way to find out what you're doing wrong from anybody who's watching it. But I guess you can learn that way. I think I was missing a gasket. Is that one supposed to go on there? Or are there two different ones? Maybe they'll just give you two gaskets. That definitely goes right side up like that. I suppose it could hurt to have a gasket right there. Second gasket, a little extra sealage. Let's try it. Worst case, I could take it back off and take that out of there if it causes some kind of problem. Who knows? I may never know if it's right or wrong. I do have all the body work for this. It was not attached when I bought it. And I could think part of the reason why is here are the clips that hold it on. And there's metal still in the clips. So I'm thinking that's not actually part of the hood anymore. Oh, hey. What did I say about righty tighty, lefty loosey? So it'd be fun. I really kind of want to turn this into an off-road mower, but I mean, you got to make things work before you can really spend a lot of time modifying stuff. I mean, that's the way I feel about it anyways. And who knows, I may never do anything more than just put this thing together and make it work and, I don't know, fart around with it. One thing's true, either way, I'm gonna have my fun with it. Alright, this fuel line over here, work it on there left like that. Well, isn't that lame? Okay, so that's funny. I tried to start it earlier and I had just run it enough that I ran out of gas.
It ain't got no gas in it.
But now put some gas in it. You know, these rookie mistakes I'm really good at. So here we go. I think it's time to put some air in these tires and put the fenders on. Found my fuel clamp. Alright, so it's the next day. I forgot to hit record when I finished up yesterday's thing, so if I put new belts on there, that variable drive pulley might be a little more responsive with new belts. Who knows how old these are, they're pretty chewed up. So here's the hood, and it's not in bad shape, but it's missing a lot of the fasteners. It's held together with just some weird metal tape right now. Those ones appear to be there. That one looks like it's there. So it's really just missing these fasteners and the ones that hold it on to the back, or these side pieces on. And then this bottom piece is pretty jacked up. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might flatten it back out and get another piece of metal and just put it in there. I know how to braze, and I have the stuff to do brazing, but I don't know how to weld, and I don't have a welder. I'd like to learn, but yeah, that needs to be fixed somehow before I can even put the hood back on. Another fun thing to do will be potentially a custom exhaust on here. Yeah, that's another thing I need to learn how to weld for. I definitely need to clean all that crap up. I'll probably take everything off this motor and clean it up really good. Ideally, I should just take everything apart all the way down to the frame and just clean it all up. But I don't know. Depends on how much I want to work on it and what the weather's like this winter. These steering parts have a lot of play in them, so I might fix that. This tire looks almost brand new, so that's good. And the other three are cracked pretty bad. I don't know if you can see that in there. Yeah, there's cracks all along there. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. There's really no shift on the fly capability with this thing. I was hoping that would be better, but it really is tough to do with that variable drive pulley system. Anyways, that's about what I got. I guess I'll take that random piece of wire off there. But yeah, hopefully more fun with this later. Oh, I want to get different tires on it too. Like some ATV tires would be cool. Anyways, until the next one, see you later.